How's it going, guys? Today, I want to talk to you about non-attachment. Okay, so let me show you my sketchbook. We'll call it a mistake. We'll call it a decision to not be attached to your sketchbook so much. Whatever it is. So let me just show you. I decided to put two pictures side by side. And yeah, not a good idea if you want it to continue to look good, because what happens is the paper rubs together like this, and then like all of this was white and it's now gray, and all of this is super splotchy because it rubs in different areas, like where the paper is kind of bumpy, it'll rub more in those spots and then it'll get darker. So totally not what I was intending, but that's okay because it prompted me to sit down and actually do a good copy of the thing that was in my sketchbook. And what I just showed you, which took about 1 to 2 hours, I spent 6 hours doing a good copy of on Strathmore Bristle Vellum paper, which is a heavier stock paper, and it has a bit more texture, which is really good for getting your for getting the graphite into the paper more, having more layers of graphite, and getting that dark contrast that you want. Anyway, sidetracked. So bad decision, but it led to something good. So anyway, yeah. Don't be too attached to your sketchbook is the point I was making there. All right, so as far as the process, what you don't want to do is to outline every single little thing in your picture. Don't do that, okay? What you want to do is establish the basic value blocks first, okay? Now, I've said this before in other videos, but I'm going to say it a whole bunch. Go from basic to complex. Basic to complex. So for the background, especially, what I did was, instead of drawing out every single little tree, I just did a solid value, and then I went through and picked out the different shapes of shadows, not outlining. We're not outlining at this point. Just picking out the different shapes of shadow and coloring those in, and then the form of the trees just emerges as you're doing that. You don't have to outline it. It's the value, the changes in value that give you the definition of the subject that you're drawing, and that's the most important part, okay? So continuing on, another point that I want to make is that you don't want to get stuck in doing little squiggles when there's a lot of detail. So for the sandy part, where there's a lot of rocks, the first instinct that a lot of people would want to do is that they want to just squiggle. Just go like this, yeah, and that'll be good enough. But that's not what it looks like, and that's not how it is. You're not outlining a bunch of circles, you're not squiggling. You have to find where the shadows are, shade in the shadowed parts of the rocks, and then the shape of them will emerge as you define the correct values. So that's the biggest advice that I can give you for doing graphite drawings and having them come out the way you want them, is to work in not color blocks, but value blocks, if you know what I mean, and go from simple to complex. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.